So a few years ago, me and my brother bought tickets to see an acoustic set from Aaron Lewis at this old amphitheater downtown, and that was the whole reason we were going. It was to see Aaron Lewis in a stripped down environment, acoustic set, where he thrives. And like most concerts, there's an opening act, a name I had never heard before. The guy's name is Ben Danaher. And you know how it is, like you're kind of like half listening to the opening act, settling in, getting comfortable, just waiting for the main act. But the second that Ben walked out with just an acoustic guitar, like, everything had changed. He starts his set, and the whole amphitheater goes silent. Not like a distracted silent, but like a captivated silent. He didn't ask for attention, he commanded it. And man, he earned every little bit of it. Guys, welcome back to the Undercurrent, the series where we shine a light on indie artists and underground musicians who deserve way more attention than what they are actually getting. And before we jump in, as always, a quick disclaimer: if I get any information wrong, please feel free to correct me in the comments below. So let's talk about who Ben Danaher actually is. Ben is a Texas-born singer-songwriter from Huffman, Texas, a small community just outside of Houston. And he grew up in a family where music wasn't just encouraged, it was like everywhere. His dad and brothers played, guitars were always around, songwriting was just a part of everyday life. That kind of environment shapes you whether you realize it or not, and for Ben, it's the foundation of everything that he does. Eventually, he made his move to Nashville, not because it was trendy, but because that's where he found his people. Fellow writers who challenged him, inspired him, and helped him refine the emotional, story-driven style he's known for today. His sound sits perfectly between country, Americana, and soul, but not in like a commercial way, but in a real-life, lived kind of way. And you really do hear it in everything that this guy releases. His debut album, Still Feel Lucky, came out in 2018, and it's packed with songs about loss, betrayal, resilience, redemption, but written with a kind of clarity that comes from actually processing those experiences, like not just drowning in them, you know what I mean? Two songs off that record that really stood out to me, and honestly were actually the songs that made me a long-term fan. The first is Hell or High Water. This track has an outlaw-leaning, rugged, kind of moody feel to it. Like, he co-wrote it with Maren Morrison, apparently, which I didn't even know until I researched for this video. And it really does show you the kind of level this guy is working at. Vocally, Ben just sounds incredible. That raspy but soulful mix is front and center, and it really does hit you hard. The other is a personal favorite of mine, Jesus Can See You. This is Ben's storytelling at its absolute best. Without giving away every line, it uses religious imagery to explore heartbreak, and it's that idea that somebody who presents themselves as a good, devoted, church-going person, while quietly breaking your heart behind closed doors. It's just raw, honest, and again, his voice just carries every ounce of pain and truth. It's so good. But Ben didn't just stop there. He's been consistently releasing EPs, singles, newer full-length projects like Resurrection, The Strangers EP, tracks like Professional Stranger, Love Looks Different, fantastic track. Every release feels like another step forward, sharpening his sound and digging deeper into that alt-country Americana lane that he thrives in. And circling back to the amphitheater show, after Ben's set, there was a break before Aaron Lewis came on, and I'm walking down the hallway, still thinking about how great that show was, and I see someone heading toward the lobby, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that the guy that just killed it on stage? And sure enough, it was Ben. So I stopped him, told him how great his set was, talked to him for a minute, and, I got a picture with him. It was awesome. But full transparency, I was still drinking at the time, so I might have been pretty tipsy when talking to him. So, Ben, if you're watching this, thanks, man. I appreciate your patience. But dude, he really was like a humble, very cool guy, one of the nicest artists I had ever met, and honestly, that moment really did seal it for me. From that point on, I knew I had to follow everything he put out. So if you haven't listened to Ben Danaher yet, now is the perfect time. Start with Hell or High Water, listen to Jesus Can See You. If those connected you, man, dive into this dude's albums, dive into the newer releases. He just has so much gold in his discography. And if you like what you hear, share his music, follow him, save his songs, tell a friend. That is how independent artists like Ben get the attention they truly deserve. A single share or follow really does go farther than people realize. And if you're an indie artist or underground band and you'd like to be featured on a future episode of The Undercurrent, feel free to reach out. If I connect with your music, you might just end up here next. Thanks for watching, God bless, and I will see you in the next episode. See ya.